Grand Rising Elizabeth, or if I like to say rising. It is Friday, October 20th,
Yeah.
2023. We have come to the end of a wonderful week of Elizabeth Zoom calls, and I'm ready to wrap it up this Friday. So I am Lolly, your co-host today, and we also have Queen Aduni, co-host and founder of Elizabeth.
Grand Rising, everyone.
Good evening.
Today's a good day. As they say, this is the day that God made, and we shall, in other words, promise. I'll do everything to enjoy it. Be blessed in it and to bless others.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, see, what's dangerous is when you see Rev and she's reading and she's pulling on one of her locks. That means she's just massaging that information. That lock, whatever one she had, it has all that she just read in it. So look out. What you got, Lolly? What you got for our brains?
Yeah, well, so I was going to come back to this whole marketing thing that I was thinking about for last week, but some life things changed, and I was like, I'm about to switch up the conversation because I want to talk about this. So everybody kind of knows the shenanigans of Lolly and all the ups and downs of life at the moment. And so it was just interesting that last night, I went to my storage unit to go get my protein powder that I left in there. And when I went to my storage unit, I found that it was broken into and somebody had stolen some of my stuff.
Oh my.
Yeah,
What?
and I just laughed.
Oh no. Yeah.
One more lifing thing, right? One
And
more.
it's just so funny. Like, yes, it's irritating, but it's just so funny that it just is continuously, things just keep arising, and it kind of feels a little bit like hell, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So I wanted to share, let me pull it back up. I wanted to share this little quote reading that I found from these writings of Nichiren Daishonin. And it says, it's called Hell of the Land of Tranquil Light. So it says, the two characters for hell can be interpreted to mean digging a hole in the ground. So Sanskrit characters. Can anyone avoid having a hole dug for them when they die? This is what is called hell. The flames that burn one's body are the fires of the hell of incessant suffering. One's wife, children, and relatives vying for position around one's body as they move toward the grave are the wardens of the demons' guards of hell. The plaintive cries of one's family are the voices of the guards of the wardens of hell. 1 2.5 foot long walking stick is the iron rod, the torture of the hell. The horses and oxen that carry one's body are the horse-headed, ox-headed demons, and the grave is the great citadel of hell, incessant suffering. The 84,000 earthly desires are 84,000 cauldrons in hell. One's body leaves home for the mountain of death, while the river beside which one's filial children stand in grief is the river of three crossings. It is utterly useless to look for hell anywhere else. All right, so what they're explaining here is like what hell looks like, right? But it says those who embrace the Lotus Sutra, however, can turn all of this around. Hell becomes a land of tranquil light. The burning fires of agony become the torch of wisdom of a thus come one of the reward body. The dead person becomes a thus come one of the Dharma body. In the fiery inferno, the room of the great pity and compassion, where a thus come one of the manifested body abides. Moreover, the walking stick becomes the walking stick of true aspect, or the mystic law. The river of three crossings becomes the ocean of the sufferings of birth and death are nirvana, and the mountain of death becomes the towering peak of earthly desires are enlightenment. Please think of it in this way. both attaining Buddhahood in one's present form and opening the door of Buddha wisdom refer to realizing this and awaking to it. All right. Devadatta's changing the Everette-Hale into the blissful land of tranquil light, and the Dragon King's daughter attaining Buddhahood without changing her form were nothing other than this, because the Lotus Sutra saves those who oppose it as well as who follow it. All right, so what does this mean? There's a lot of random words and names and phrases and all of that. Essentially, you have a lot of things happening in life. It could be, in my case, changes with landlords and money and breaking in and windows getting busted out and all of these things. And it feels like hell. But what is it really? It's opportunities for me to show gratitude. There are opportunities for me to live an experience in which I can encourage someone else when they're going through. It's an opportunity for me to look at what I do have and have a greater appreciation for that and become a little wiser about how I utilize what I do have while I have it. And it also teaches me some form of detachment from some of the things that I no longer have access to. So, am I upset? I mean, I'm living a human experience, and I don't think most humans like when people mess with them. But can I use this to my advantage? I believe so. And so what I'd like to pose is a question. And this question is just going to require you to think about something, because I need this encouragement as well. So I would like for y'all to think about a time when you felt hell and how you reconditioned your thinking so that you could understand that this is not just a feeling of hell, but it is also a form of enlightenment. It can be utilized for you to access a blissful state. So yeah, what is the time when you transform that?
That's a good question.
I don't know whether it was hell. It was like scary. It was scary.
Question.
Okay.
It's too early for me to go back in my past and experience my
I know, right?
I know that's the space that you in, the space of hell, but I know I'm trying to go back there with you. I love you though, boo. Right? Because that's gonna have me pull up my past, which I'm clear is an illusion. It's no longer there. Why am I trying to go visit something that ain't there no more? I'm done. I'm done. Okay. So I can't go back there with you, but I can be right here with you now.
Mm-hmm.
So a better question is, when you find yourself in the right now moment in a state of hell, what can you do to uplift and pull yourself out of a state of hell?
Mm-hmm.
That's a better question. I'll need to go.
That is, I like that question.
Mm-hmm.
I like that question.
Yeah, that's better, because then
that's why we don't gotta be as triggered. That's fine. So yeah. So maybe that could be the question. What are some ways to uplift yourself out of the hell that you may be living in at the present moment?
Okay, well, go.
I did it this morning. I was listening to Michael Beckwith again, you know. And then like I said, I replayed Thursday's show because I wanted to get some clarity on the God ladder. And yeah. I still have to read my little passage of the Course in Miracles, but yeah. So I decided to start, just like Rev said last night, play some music. If I feel like I'm going to be, the weather's kind of cloudy, I like the sunshine, but, play some music. Yep. And set intention for my day instead of sitting up here scrolling YouTube. I think when challenges came, like the family home was broken into maybe 3 or 4 times. And I just took it in stride. The only part, the one that kind of railed me was when my dad was in the house and it was a home invasion and he was in the house, and they took him upstairs and I remember seeing on my window where he said he was attempting to spell out the word help. And I said, nobody would have seen it if they looked up. They wouldn't have seen it, but he was okay. And that was all I cared about. But other than that, when those things come up, they must have needed it more than me. I remember they stole our television. I said that was the best thing, not to have that TV in the house. And the microwave, I said, I was happy to see that go.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's funny.
You, you know, it's funny because one of the things I had some hidden money. Well, I guess it wasn't so hidden. But it was hidden with my spiritual stuff. Let's say that. And I had a box of stuff. I don't think that's gonna be good for them because they mess with my altar stuff. And
Ooh,
that
yeah.
ain't hmm,
Yeah, you
hmm.
better sit that out in the moon, cleanse that energy they put there.
Oh, I'm not really worried about their energy.
No, I mean the energy. Well, okay. Yeah, but they don't.
I'm worried
That,
about I'm a little concerned. I hope they're well.
yeah. Mm.
They don't um mhm. Yes. Yes indeed. But
Mhm.
yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. Um for me, of course, finding something to read, some type of literature or something. Um, I'm a talker. I gotta express it. I gotta express what is going on and how I feel about it. But for me, once I do that, then it allows me to, okay, I put it on the flow. Now how can I elevate? That's how I am.
Mhm.
And so that's what I'm currently doing. And I still have a lot to handle, but that's how I push through that aspect of it. Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. Rev.
Raising my hand, call on me.
Yeah, right. I actually see that quicker than I see the hand over in the left corner.
Lolly, I don't know what it is, but when it's like when you bring something to the table, I be like, my spirit be like, go in there, help her. And listen, I know you don't need my help. You are capably fine of handling your life. Perfectly fine of handling your life. I already know that. But I can actually hear how you're talking that's causing you the problem.
Okay.
Everything that how you speak and okay, so when I'm dealing with people, I listen to what they're saying and who they're being when they're saying it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So number one, your words are very hard. What you're saying about I'ma deal with it and I'ma push through. Okay, if that's what you want to do, push through. That don't sound too nice. I mean, fun. That don't sound like fun, right? Pushing through, working hard, figuring it out. Those are the words that you're using. So your words give you a world. So you know, it's biblical, but life and death is on the tongue. So how you're speaking about it, right? And then how you being about it. You ain't you in hell, but if you in Buddhism, that's one of the lower 10 worlds. That's a lower world, right? Hell, that's really the first one. Hell, hunger, and those are all the lower worlds. Okay, honey, you got to come up to the higher realms if you want something different to happen. You can't get it done from hell. You got to at least come up to hell, hunger, animality. What's after animality?
Let me look it up.
Because we got to at least come up to something we could breathe. Where you are right now, you can't even breathe, boo. I want to breathe for you right now. Come on, breathe. Oh, yeah. Actually, what you really need to do inside of the full moon and the energy, you need to go somewhere where you can just scream, howl at the moon. Huh? Let it out, honey. You need to let it out, honey. You need to let it out, honey.
You want me to come pick you up? I know a real dope place.
You need to let it out. I don't know why you holding on to it. You've been holding on to it ever since you really got back from Louisiana and didn't go your way. Oh, my spirit just told me, are you being a spoiled brat right now?
I mean, I don't feel like I am.
Because you didn't get what you wanted and it didn't go your way. So you pouting a little bit.
I mean, no. I was in a I feel like I was doing good. And I'm actually not even was. I am actually in the space of where I'm planning on, moving forward and finding new things, new ventures, and I'm good with going with a new plan for life. So I mean, I'm extremely grateful for everything, regardless of how it didn't go. I just like to be able to talk about it.
What's
But
got you though? Something's got you. What's got you?
I mean, I was disappointed, of course, because I put my stuff away because wasn't moving, and so I put my stuff away so that it is held in a safe space,
Well,
so that when I finally am able to move, I can just move my stuff. That was the last thing I expected to happen.
Okay,
Like,
so call on me.
okay,
This has been the theme for the week. The only thing that can happen to you is what you are an energetic match for.
Yeah, that's a whew.
The only way somebody can take something from you is your life condition is so low that can happen. Your energy is too low. And I told you like 5 times. Snap out of it. Your energy is too low. When your energy is low like that, that allows those kinds of things to happen to you. You attract them. You're attracting it by what you're saying. It's hard. It's, I'm pushing through. Those things are pulling that kind of energy to you. Because all you did was attracted somebody who stole your stuff. They're in the same space as you, and they saw that you had a little more than they did, and so they took yours. You attract energetic. You attract where you're vibing at. You vibing in hell. So what you gonna do? Attract other people who are in a state of hell. Okay, not even hell, but that's what you talked about. You disappointed. So you vibing in the domain of disappointment. And so what do you attract? Other disappointment.
And that really makes sense when you switched it to disappointment and all the other things that would bring more disappointing things. And
but if she was to tell the truth, she in hell, because that's what she tried to take me first thing this morning. But I just went. I couldn't go there with her.
I went to my, the first time I found out about the baby, and oh God.
Yeah, I just couldn't go there with
stepping in there, right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can you give what are you hearing, Lolly, in what I'm saying? Because until you get it, it don't make no difference. I don't care what I say.
She's being a little stubborn.
Because she's pouting. If you look at Lolly won't tell the truth. She pouting. She didn't took my stuff. Man, I couldn't move. If I had to move, none of this would have happened. I could be down in Louisiana with my people who I love. She pouting. She having a little temper tantrum. It's a silent temper tantrum. When you were a little girl, how did you have temper tantrums? Did you just fall out or you just got quiet? and went to your room? How'd you have temper tantrums?
I get quiet.
Oh, see, basically. And pout, like you're doing right now. Got to see her pouty mouth? She been pouting. Pouty mouth.
Yep, there you go.
I know. She can't help it
Cute,
because she
it's a cute
pouted.
pouty mouth. It's
Yeah, she
a
pouted.
people pouty mouth.
Wait a minute, right? This is so funny to me. She pouted, pretending like she not pouting. That's how it look.
Mama head. Grand rising.
Grand rising, everybody.
Oh, you're driving.
Hey,
Grand
hey.
Rising.
But wait a minute, before we, but Queen Aduni, I'm sorry, before we go say hellos, could we get Lottie clear so she could go ahead on and lead the show? Because we sort of stuck.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it had to do with what Lottie was saying.
Yeah,
Go
look,
right ahead.
Lottie, come on. What
Go
do you
ahead,
need to
Lottie.
do what do you need to do to get off of it with yourself, with life, to come out of hell? What you need to do? Who you need to be? Better question might be, what could you do to raise your vibration?
That's an interesting question. Because in truth, right now, I think it's really difficult to answer that because I constantly am striving to be on a higher vibration. I guess really I just can't be swayed by anything, which I think is really what the kind of the essence of what I was sharing with that. But I do understand that I can't be lingering or dwelling on the negative. That's for sure. And I will say that even after everything, like after finding out about the break-in and everything and then coming home, I did carry some of that energy because I became a little bit more paranoid. I kept checking on my car, tried to hide the stuff in the car. Like, so I will say I do need to, continue to have a higher vibration in regards to handling the situation. Um, but how exactly I'm going to do that, I just have to continue to see because I've been laughing it off for a long time. It's just, yeah, I'm gonna figure it out.
Well, it's like, okay, so there's another one of your buzzwords. You're figuring it out. Okay, I just want to let all the people in the new age, this is the age of Aquarius. And in the age of Aquarius, figuring it out is just a loop.
Mm-hmm.
Round and round and round and round. Because there ain't no figuring it out, boo. That's partly what's got you in the loop. Because whoever your mama is, she trained you to be a strong, independent Black woman. So you in your strong, independent Black woman phase, so you got to figure it out yourself. When you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least, I mean, how many people on this call that can support you in clearing the way? Because you don't have to figure it out. It's already done. You just got to clear the way. And you got to have to tell the truth to yourself. It's like right now, you need to give up a way of being that don't work for you. And you just rather hold on to the banana. You know how they catch monkeys in Africa?
Nope.
How they catch monkeys in Africa is they get a cage and they put some bananas in the cage. So the monkey can go and he can put his hand reach in the cage with his hand and get the banana. But to come back out, he cannot can't get loose unless he let go of the banana. But he won't let go of the banana, so he get caught up. So you got something that's got you. You can see it all. Everybody on here can see it all on you.
Let go of the banana.
Huh?
I said, let go of the banana.
You gotta let go of the banana. Yeah. Whatever it is, I can feel it all over you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on here can feel it all over you. We'd be like, what? So you got to see what that is. And when you let that go, then a new thing can emerge. In landmark terms, they call it that, what they say is that you are on it. And as soon as you get off of it, then a new possibility could emerge for you. But you've been on it since you got back from Louisiana. You've been on it.
Yeah.
You got to get off of it. Because you're not stuck here. I don't know, for some reason you think you're stuck in Detroit. I'm sorry.
I don't know what I am here. Like, I don't know. I'm careful about the stuck, especially, I talked to Queen the other day too. So I don't think I'm in a space where I feel stuck, because it's a lot of beautiful opportunities that have been arising in the midst of it all. It's just,
What sign are you, Lolly?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, yeah.
And I know this
so
sounds
Wait, but hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Let me just say this to you. Listen, Sag. In life, all the Sagittarius want to know whether it's true or not. All the Sagittarius want is to be free. All the Sag wants to do is be free. And so that's how come I'm saying it feels like you're stuck, because for you, you're not free to make the moves like you want to make your moves.
This is true, and I don't like that.
That's why you feel like you
Yeah,
stuck.
get the button now.
Right. That's why you feel like you stuck. And you won't admit it, because they'll make it, if you admit that you stuck in Detroit, you'll have to, take some ownership of some stuff. So you just rather pout about it than go, okay, I'm in Detroit.
Yeah. I want to hear what Mama Head was about to say too.
Okay, go ahead.
In my lolly verse, dealing with a similar challenge in life. We got bananas on the outside of that cage for you, Lolly. You could take you to Louisiana. You don't have, you know what I'm saying? We in the Libra season, it's air, it's a hot air balloon. The only way the hot air balloon get off the ground is to let some bags go. Lolly, that stuff, I'm not gonna disrespect it, but that's ain't nothing but shit. It's shit that you could get somewhere, some more stuff somewhere else. It's more bananas outside that damn cage. And I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to all of what we are all dealing with, holding on to shit. It's got to go. You can fertilize some, but some of it you gotta let go. Head Haru, Queen Aduni, Reverend Amani, Mama Evelyn, and everybody else that's on here. Where our bodies were made to release, and we hold on to stuff.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, so basically, can I just say this for myself? I'm not holding on. Okay, so hold on. Just let me just say this. So when you speak, Mama Head, if you speak from yourself, because now it's like it's in the air, because Lottie came in today talking about we in hell. I ain't in hell. Can you say, I'm releasing as I go, doing the work. Okay, that's all I want to say.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Also, it's just I think it's a strong coincidence, I don't know if anybody's into astrology, but if you follow this particular astrology type, Jupiter has been in retrograde since September 3rd,
That's
and
right.
it doesn't end until December 31st. And
That's
I'm
right.
a Sagittarius.
That's right. That's
Jupiter
right.
is my planet.
That's right.
So, this is a very important time for me, because things are that usually, like, I am usually like, ooh, it's going my way. Boop, I get what I want. Boop, it's mine. Yeah. And now it's like, oh no, girl. Figure some things out, or not figure it out, change the language.
Yep.
You're gonna have some new perspectives made.
That's right.
during this time
That's right.
because you have to learn how. Well, I'm speaking to you as me, like I
Okay.
need to learn how
Yes.
to how to change my walk, how to change my mindset, and how to embrace the changes that are not in my control. Because I've been trying to control everything, and that's not going to always go the way I think it should. Because I didn't create the world.
That. But wait a minute, hold on. Ooh, this is so good.
Mine and ours.
Oh, Lolly, you have no idea how good this is. No, you did not create the world, but you did create your world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so when we can start to take 100% of whatever's happening in my world, I'm creating it in my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
This is fundamental. So whatever's happening in your world, you're creating it in your thinking. So then you have to go to your mental capacity and go, okay, what am I thinking that's creating this in my world? Because it's, oh, girl, see, I know I'm talking to the choir, because as you very well know, it's thought, word, and deed. And somewhere yours ain't matching up. Your thought, words, and your deeds, they ain't matching. That's what's causing you the problem, boo. They must align.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Thank
there.
you, Rev. Thank you, Rev. Thank you, Rev. Thank you,
You're
Rev.
welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. That's what's up. Thought, word, and deed, they must be aligned. So you just gotta go back, and look where, you was aligned, and then you got out of line. Then you gotta go, okay, what happened? And what did you start thinking? Because it's got you. And I really want you to know a couple of things. Right now, you can't fake it till you make it. That's over. That fake it till you make it thing, that's over. That was in the Piscean age, we're in the Aquarian age, and that don't work no more. Fake it till you make it. It just seems like the burden gets heavier and heavier as you try to fake it till you make it. And then the other thing is, with the lunar eclipse in the South Node, we're all dealing with cleaning up relationships with ourselves and relationships with others. So wherever in life you need to go clean up relationships or heal yourself and other people, that's where the real work. So I don't know who you're trying to get away from in Detroit, but you need to go get it complete with them. So because you can go then. But it's something that you was leaving undone here. You don't get to leave.
I just wrote that on my journal about relationships. Like that I was really taking that on.
Yes.
Like healing relationships. And that's why I showed y'all Kennedy's dad. She dealing with some emotional stuff and it's showing up in her sinuses. And he bought a bag of lemons and orange juice and tissue. And that just wasn't happening until he and I got healed. And she called it out. I was faking it, quiet, and acting like we was cool. And she was like 2 or 3 years old. Why you don't like my daddy? So I just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she called me out. She said, my daddy is a good daddy. He doing the best he can. I was like, what'd you say? I do that now too. She does it now too if she needs to. She wanted me to know. So I just like the relationships. I really been really like, that's so deep. That's so deep that you're saying that. I ain't even know that, Rev, but that's what's just like really like right here, like heal relationships, Lucretia. Heal them.
Yeah.
Heal them.
Yeah.
And it's starting right here
Yeah.
with me and how I see myself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. This is good convo.
What you need to take on, Lolly?
I need to take on. I need to do some healing work. To be honest.
Okay. Thank you for being honest with yourself. Yeah.
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 That's what I need.
Okay. Do you know the work you need to do? Because these are the important questions. Like, we all know we need healing, but do you know the healing work that you need to do?
It's sorry. I'm laughing because it's letting go.
It's so funny because that's what happened in your storage. You had to let that go. You refusing to let it go. So the universe said, okay, we got to come take this because she won't let it go. And so we go make her let it go. That's what that's about, Lolly.
It is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to hold on and you need to let go.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, I know this is y'all show. I know this is y'all show, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. So last night before I went to sleep, I got this book. And so my spirit said, open up the book and read one thing before you go to sleep. So it's got like 8 principles, 10 steps to fulfillment in it. So I'm like, okay, let me read one and go to sleep on it. But when I opened up to the one, I went, dang, well, I had to get that one. But I think it's for this morning. The principle of surrender. In this step, we let go and let God do his perfect work in bringing forth the fulfillment of our desires. It means that we are totally willing to accept the way, the truth, and the light of our higher consciousness, which is always so much more than we could possibly conceive. God's will is good will, and as his will is made manifest in our lives, we will find that he wants more for us than we want for ourselves. He greatly desires to give us so much more supply than we have asked for. God want to give us more than we have even asked for. And some of y'all on this call, including me, we don't ask for some things. And we have to really come to grips with God want to give us even more than what you've asked for. Think about that. So much more, so much joy, more peace, more beauty, more a perfect body, rather than just relief from our pain and our sickness. An ideal relationship instead of one that will soon fade away. When we surrender, and if you look up the word surrender, we got surrendered, like to surrender is a bad thing. But when I looked up the word surrender, surrender means to melt into your higher self. That's not our idea. Is that anybody on here? Is that your idea of surrender? That's
No.
It's not my idea of what surrender is, right? Surrender. You know, like you render butter.
I love it though.
Yep, surrender. You render butter to its highest level. When we surrender to God, we are surrendering to a greater good and a higher degree of happiness than we've ever known. At this point in the process, we release our desires, our pictures, our willingness, our willfulness, our mind, our body, our all. We turn everything over to our master consciousness, that part of us that knows, and that part of us that knows that it knows that it knows. You over there trying to figure it out, and your master self is saying, why is she trying to figure it out? I already got the answer. Why she just don't come to me? Your master self already has the answer. You already know the game plan, but you got to go and do the work. Okay, your master consciousness within has each and every detail of your life be perfected by the divine vision, power, and action of your highest self. We get out of the way of our divine circuits. Get out of the way. It's already hooked up. You walking around like it ain't hooked up, and this ain't just you. This me too. That's why I'm having a conversation with you. Walking around like we not hooked up. That was the one thing I got from Egypt for sure. It's already done, and we over here trying to figure it out. All we got to do is walk the walk and talk the talk and have the tongue in our mouth, match the tongue in our shoe. The tongue in the mouth got to match the tongue in the shoe. You can't be saying one thing and doing another. Okay, how will we know if we have truly surrendered? By the total lack of concern, anxiety, and outside pressure from our thinking in our conscious mind. How do you
Yeah.
know you surrender? Because you won't be concerned. You won't have anxiety. You won't have no outside pressure. You won't have to do this. Oh my God. And what about this? You don't have to do that no more. That's how you know you surrender, because you done turned it all over to God. This negative energy will have been replaced with the positive vibration of peace, joy, and confidence. And we will find ourselves beginning to live in a state of grace. Okay, so one day, this guy's saying, one day I was meditating on the idea of grace, and the thoughts that came forth from within said that the first steps of manifesting are simply the momentum steps, which much like building in a pressure cooker. So the energy starts to build. You feel like you're in a pressure cooker. These steps are necessary to develop thrust so that you can move forward from a third dimensional vibration to the fourth dimensional frequency. Raise your vibration. I was told that it was much like an airplane picking up speed and gathering power as it rolls back down the runway for a takeoff. And then when we let go and let God, we are actually moving into the consciousness of grace. You don't have to worry about it. It's already done. That's grace. Now, there are two ways of letting go and letting God. One way is to turn everything over to God while maintaining the same state of consciousness that produced the problem in the first place. That's like saying, prosper me, God, heal me, God, but you've got to do the work around, but you got to work around me and do it without my help. That's when you're doing what you're doing, Lolly. You acting like you in the game, but really the truth is you're not in the game. And you like, heal me, help me, but you won't get out of God's way. Your higher consciousness, your higher self on the inside, you won't get out of the way. You don't trust yourself to let it turn out. Okay, it says, well, but it does work when you let go and let God work through you. Your uplifted thinking and your feel in nature. How do you feel right now, Lolly? I can look at you and tell. How you feel? How you feeling, sister girl?
I'm still processing.
Yeah,
I'm still processing.
right. And I want to tell you too, I'm gonna help you along. How old are you?
27.
Okay, listen, boo, I'm giving you some information that is gonna save you some time in life. Right? 27. You can drop figuring. I want you to write this down as part of your healing. I'm dropping figuring it out and that being in process. You don't have to do that no more. We done went past that. There's a new way of thinking. There's a new way of being in the world. And you are really being asked to put that into your repertoire. Right? It says, while you know it doesn't work that way, but it does work when you let go and let God work through you, through your uplifting thoughts and your feeling nature. Because you won't allow yourself to feel, or you got to do process, God can't come through you if it ain't no peace inside of you. And that's for everybody on this call. Peace is home base. If on the inside you are not at peace, you cannot get in touch with your higher self. And I don't care how much you want to figure it out, Miss Lolly. You ain't gonna do it. You're gonna go deeper into that hell state you tried to take us all into this morning. Birthday. No.
My bad.
but it's not even nothing wrong with that, Lolly. All you did was show me exactly where you were. And so if you didn't tell me that, I wouldn't know. Because you are really good at what is it? What is the thing that we do as Black women? Like pretending like it's all okay when on the inside it's really not. Right? So all you did was just like really let me show. You just showed me where you really were, and I had to go. No, we're not going down that tunnel. Come back out of there. Let's do another one. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it says, so your feeling nature is your access in how you feel. And this is the other thing, girl. I don't know what's wrong with you. You can sing your way out of it. I can't sing. I can't sing my way out of it. I had to put on some other music. You can sing your way out of it. This is the thing. I want you to write it down. You got to praise God when it's good, and the Buddha, however you want to call it. You want to praise God when it's good, and you want to praise God when it's bad. But you must praise him.
Mm-hmm.
You must praise. Get your praise on. That's what's missing. Ain't no praise. Where you
I love my nephews. I live in a house with my sister and she has her two sons. And they're so intuitive sometimes. Like one of them, if I need to go somewhere, he don't even know what I'm doing. But he'll be like, Poo Poo needs to go and Poo Poo about to leave. And I'll be sitting there on the couch like, okay, I'm gonna get up and get ready. So this morning, today, before they left for school, I was sitting here on the couch and they came in the room. My little nephew came in and say next to me, "Hi, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good." Next thing you know, he gets up. It's this little party light that you plug in, and it's like lights everywhere. Why he why he plugged in the party light? Had the party light going, and both my nephews were like, "Ooh," just having a good time. They're like, "Come
Yes,
on, poo poo." I'm like,
yes,
y'all are so funny because they just be knowing, like they feel
yes,
it. And so,
yes.
yes, you're right.
Okay, that's what's going on. Really, it's you and your feelings. Come out of there. Right?
Yeah.
It says it does not work when you surrender to the Father within after you have done your part in raising, if you have not done your part in raising consciousness. And that is when you begin to live under grace, which is to love, which is the love of God in action, the love of your higher consciousness in action, where your cosmic laws work on a higher frequency to dissolve any negative appearances and make all things new. God can't reach you where you at. You're too low. You asking for help, but the help, you going down the wrong way. You got to come up. It's in the higher consciousness. It's in the higher realms. If you want to have a breakthrough in something, you got to come up to reach the higher consciousness. It's so deep because in the Bible, metaphorically, the Bible is more metaphoric than anything. When anytime anybody had a problem, where did they go? They went in the mountains. They went high. Anytime it was some hell going on, where was they? In the valley.
No.
And they had to go, we got to go higher. And you got to go higher, Lolly. You're just too low. Follow your nephews. They there to help you. Follow them. Go put on the party light.
Oh, Queen.
I'm done talking.
Thank
For the
you.
moment. For the moment. Here's a consideration about what was taken. Right. And you said some of it was your altar. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So this consideration in the sense of that's still your altar that someone took. You put all that prayer and all that, that's still your altar. What I think about it is you can still speak and not like what you said, what's going to happen. I feel bad, whatever about what that person who stole it versus speaking the deliverance that guy or that girl is going to get by taking something that you put so much prayer, your ancestors, blah, 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 and they can do a work. Sometimes people do things that they shouldn't be doing, but they get a hallelujah moment in the midst of it. Mm-hmm. So you don't want bad things to happen to them. You want deliverance. You want freedom for that person. Because if you're thinking sending that out bad, so you want to clean that out.
You're right.
Yeah. I dared not speak negative when I found out about the baby. And so because I didn't want no karma coming on nobody, no bad things. I mean, because that's going to happen, whatever, anyway. But I knew that there was a relationship that needed to be had now. Now we're family in a whole different way. So I had to, walk into what and create that with everybody else that was involved. So just in the sense that it's not physically in that spot, but it's still take me. Now I can get into that life because you've done so much prayer and preparation. So you haven't lost it. It just moved somewhere else so it can do some work. If you want to think of it that way, and then you might turn around and all that stuff is right back in a year, in a month, whatever, with a note saying, thank you. I am so-and-so and I apologize. But this is what I learned. I'm free now.
How about getting some new stuff?
And get some new stuff, but don't put negative on the old stuff. Don't.
Maybe it's time to upgrade. Maybe it's time to upgrade your altar.
Because it has to happen anyway. But don't put nothing negative on that person because you want that person free or you're still stuck with them.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. No, I caught that afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the space of hell. That's all. Yeah. I was letting it ride. I was letting it riot too. Like you did some okay. I'm okay though. We elevating.
Okay, good.
We elevated. I wanted to just throw this analogy, because it's like when you're talking about how God wants to work, and then you just be in the way, basically. And it was like my mama used to ask me to help her look for something in her purse, but she would keep her hand in her purse.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. Exactly it. That's exactly it. That's exactly it, Lala.
Move out the way.
Exactly it.
We'll help you, but you got your hand all in it. Just move. All
in it.
Move.
Yeah.
Teresa.
Mama Head is right where I was at. She put a song in there that you can't listen to it without getting hyped. And I was just gonna ask, what are y'all songs? Because a few of mine came into mine. And where we was just talking about this, how we got to do it, how I'm learning to surrender across the board. And when I got into my place a couple years ago, I don't even know what I was up against, but I just played when Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. And I played that song over and over and over and can I say over again? Mm-hmm. And I don't like, that's how powerful it was because I don't even remember what I was up against. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. It just disappeared, mm-hmm. And it's like if I, the other song when Rev was talking that came to mind, because I'm right there with you, Lolly. This work stuff, I got my hands in the purse, both of them, not just one. Mm-hmm. and God is like, I gave you what you asked for, and you don't like it, so let's go back to the drawing board and let's create something. And it's, but getting into the space of praise and worship, it cleared the air for me to hear from God. Is you saying pick you again? Oh, Rev for 100.
That is so funny. Okay, so what I heard in your speaking is God gave you what you asked for. How about you asking God what's best for you?
Yeah, that's why I said let's go back to the drawing board. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm just saying that to you because you go back to the drawing board, but you do the same thing over and over and over again. If you don't get that, you got to do something new.
Yeah, that's why I said I got that I did it this time. I was like, God, give me this, give me this, give me this. He gave me it, and it's like I don't like it, so let me go and praise and worship, get in the spirit, and say, okay, God, what do you have for me?
Yes.
I did, I'm gonna say I did that one time when I was in my life when I needed to get away from not this ex, but the ex. And I just said, Lord, pretty much put me where you want me to be. And somebody came up to me in the spiritual class that I was in and was like, are you looking for a place to stay? I was like, yes. I didn't say anything. And she was like, well, I know somebody that has a condo in Midtown. Maybe you could talk to her. I ended up staying there for like 4 years and loved every second of being in that condo, furnished, just because I said, hey, I'm gonna let you take this over. Grand Rising, everybody. I'm sorry. Hi. And then my workout song is Work It Out by, I don't know who the DJ is, but it's that song that they used to play in the clubs when it's time, when it's 2 o'clock and it's time for everybody to get out. It's Work It Out. It's a gospel remix, a gospel remix. It's a remix. And I play that each and every time I feel like I'm up against something and I just need God to work. Or even something simple like on Monday when my job act like they didn't want to give me Tuesday off, and they knew that I was doing something on Tuesday. They knew it, but they didn't change it. And I called Queen Aduni. I was like, look, I know they say when two or more touch and agree, things happen. I need you to touch and agree that I have this day off, because when the scheduler was like, well, if you call off, you're gonna get written up. Okay, I call your bluff. I wrote the email and said I've been working to get this time off, and I'm calling to let you know that I'm calling off, because I'm about to be in the energy of a millionaire. No, we not about to miss this. So called Queen of Duty 5 minutes later after we said a prayer. 5 minutes later, oh, Miss Claxton, we worked it out. Can you work these hours on Thursday? And I was like, sure. I'm like, am I still being written up? No. I was like, oh, okay. So I've stopped fretting. I've stopped worrying. I'm like, okay, I put it out there what I want. And if I need a little to it, I call somebody to get such an agreement. And we just made it happen. So I don't know what conversation I just stepped into, but Glen Rising.
Right.
I gotta put it in, I gotta put it in the WhatsApp, and I also put the song in the WhatsApp too, so we can create our own, Spotify music playlist. Because that Work It Out, I love it. It's something about a light bill due. And
Vicky
don't have to
Winans.
rather.
Vicky
Yeah.
No,
Winans.
it's Vicky Winans, yeah, but it's the remix part. It's the one that they play in the clubs. Because I know when I was in my clubbing days, they would play that song when they turn the lights on and be like, okay, it's time for y'all to get up out of here. And essentially for y'all to get up and go to church, type situation. So Work It Out. I gotta put it in there because it's the club remix is what I like, because it's high energy and it's like, yeah, he gonna work it out. Lucretia, you look so beautiful. It's so nice to see you again, twice in 1 week.
So this reminds me, I want to share. I need to finish this song actually in the studio, but this is the song that I made that I shared at the conference that we had, and if it's okay, I'd like to play it.
Okay, you want me to? Do you need to
Give me the power, please.
the power?
I just watched that, Lolly. Oh my God, I just watched that. I swear I did just watch it last week. After my break.
Hey,
After my
Star.
break.
You watch what?
I watched the replay of that after you braided my hair.
Oh wow. Oh shit.
Yup.
You got the power, baby.
Okay. All right.
What's up, Lakeisha? Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
What's up, Ebony? I know you. You look like you're working. Mm-hmm. So incognito. Can they see my shirt? Can they see my shirt? Pam wants you to see her shirt.
Grand Rising. I love your shirt, Star.
Lolly should explain this shirt.
Oh yeah, that's my shirt.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
your
I want to
song.
see your smile.
Upside down
Yeah.
song. Yeah, yeah. Your upside down rainbow.
Rainbow.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does it say, Star? You want to see what?
I want to see your smile.
Oh my God, where is that t-shirt and where can I buy it?
You have to Lolly.
Yeah, online. I have to put in another order. But yes, online on lollymariah.com, which
Yes,
I'm actually about to share.
I can go there right now and order one.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Lolly, I wanted to just tell them that she has a song called Upside Down Rainbow. And it's, if you look at a rainbow and you turn it upside down, it's a smile.
Yeah, a really colorful smile.
Nice song, too. Nice song.
Thank you. That's not what I'm about to play, though. I'm about to play this.
I yeah. I know it's best for me, even when it gets crazy. Some blessings you cannot see. I know it gets a little bit hazy. Abundance will come to be. You gotta be patient, yeah. I know what's best for me. I know, you know. Hello, gorgeous, why you worry so much? It seems like you can't get your mind off this rut. Best believe all things will work for your good. Western spirits plan don't need to be understood. I know it's best for me, even when it gets crazy. Some blessings you cannot see. I know it gets a little bit hazy. Abundance will come to be. You gotta be patient, yeah. I know what's best for me. I know, you know. Be cool, be calm. You will get through the storm. Trust, have faith. After dark comes the day. I know what's best for me. Even when it gets crazy, some blessings you cannot see. I know it gets a little bit hazy. Abundance will come to me. Abundance will come to me. You gotta be patient, yeah. I know what's best for me. I know it's best. I know it's best. I know what's best for me. Even my eyes can't see. I know it's best for me. I know it's best for me. Yeah. Yeah. Put both hands together and shake it all off. Shake it off. Put both hands together, then shake it all off. Shake it off. Put both hands together, then shake it all off. Shake it off. Put both hands together, then shake it all off. Shake it all off. Shake it all off. Shake it all off.
Woo! Love it.
Okay, I like that.
Oh
I
my
like
God,
that.
that was
Love it.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So I need to finish it in the studio, but that's the unfinished version I think I need to listen to today. So
I think you should have a music therapy day and use it as your healing. Play music that heals your soul.
yeah, I had to do that yesterday. I realized, speaking of start creating this shift in mindset and everything, I realized I was getting sucked into like the toxicity that America loves right now. And it's like with the music and the videos and the certain people and how they like to be entertained. And I'm like, hold on a second. I need to switch this right now. I was listening to
yeah.
something and I was like, oh no, I'm about to switch this. I'm gonna find a different artist. I found like Lundrell or something on Spotify. Started listening to that because I was like, where is my mind going? What?
Oh yeah, the toxicity. I'm like, and that's what I'm loving about having the right people to look up to in the right place at the right time. Because I'm like, right now, I don't pay attention. I don't watch the news. I don't pay attention to celebrity. I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm like, I really don't. I'm focused on what I need to focus on. And like I know on Spotify that money manifestation playlist from Mellow Will, I know has been powerful because when I say my bank accounts have not been empty and stuff has been getting paid, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, because I'm in a certain zone. I'm looking at certain people. I'm not focused on, like you said, the celebrities and all that. I don't know what's going on with Sweetie and Swa, and I don't know. I don't care because they ain't helping my bank account whatsoever. And I'm in a tunnel vision of just being in a positive space to just not only receive but be able to give too. So I'm like, I know what you're talking about. I feel it. I totally feel it. I'm like, I'm not even getting precedence to what's going on in Israel, what's going on. I mean, I keep up with it, but I'm like, I'm not sitting there watching 24/7 what's going on, because that stuff will eat your soul up. I'm like, I pray for the people. I pray for the stuff not to, to end positively, but I'm not going to sit there and be focused on it. My client wants to sit there and watch that stuff 24 hours. I'll put my headphones in and start looking at my iPad like, I'm not about to sit here and be bombarded by this. I know what's going on, but I'm not giving precedence to it. As long as it don't come over here, that's all I'm concerned about. As long as we don't enter World War III, we're okay. I'm okay. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Queen. I think I'm off my soapbox. So
wait, Lolly, here's your soapbox. You know those they do. You stand up on that thing, and it's all blown up, and you go, Rev comes in and you go, but you're still standing.
I hear you, Rev.
The wind had calmed down. Now you're kind of going, and now you come to that. Stop. Now
They called the Weeble Wobble. Weeble Wobble. That's it.
That was happening.
Don't fall down.
But she was still standing on that box. And now she can get off.
I can get off. I'll share marketing tips next week, y'all. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Girl, that was marketing your soul, okay? That was marketing. How do you deal with what shows up from what you put out there? The marketing, I put this out there.
Mm-hmm.
That person shows up. But that person, let me tell you, that person is going to be a testimony to your sadness, to what happened. He will be a testimony. I'm gonna claim that young man or the young woman or the group of them will get delivered in a way that they won't understand, but they'll be so happy, and they will begin to that they were doing to take. They will give. They will turn that around. God's going to turn that around, and they will be givers that represent you, because they took. Yeah,
you just got new stuff. You just got new stuff coming. You got new stuff coming. That's all it is. It's just time for some new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to make room.
You just had to get rid of the old to bring in the new. I'm like,
yeah.
I see here. That's all. It's a temporary glitch in the system, in the matrix. Just think about it.
It was the thing that was gonna get your attention, young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are creating something positive for the people that did it, because we don't want them to be, but it was the thing that got your attention. The little nuances wasn't getting you, but this one got your attention. Now you're about to do that work, and we're gonna see you soar like an eagle.
Oh, good. I had some pictures. Let me tell you, when I first started, I was picture, promote. We was kicking ass when we first, we still kicking some ass now, but I'm just saying, in being out there, I was always taking photographs and stuff, professional photographs. And I had all this one set in these boxes. And when we moved, somehow those boxes probably ended up to the trash pile. They were, when I think about it now, when I'm looking for a good picture, it was in there and stuff. So I still think about it, doggone it, but I'm hoping whoever, sometimes you get other pictures and you say, I don't know these people, and you just throw it away. Sometimes you can find some jewels. These are beautiful pictures. So, one day I might even see them online and say, oh, and then I can go and get them. But along with some of those pictures was some very sad friendship breakups. So that seeing those pictures all the time and desiring to use them is not my choice anymore. So so it was a blessing. So those are memories in my mind, but I don't have to you know, I don't have to see it and go through that anymore. I don't know if that made sense or not, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 9:19, 9:20. What a to-do to die today. A quarter to two to two today. A thing particularly hard to say and harder still to do. And then I forget the rest of it, so. Okay.
I also wanted to just speak on, I was really excited about, what day was that? Tuesday?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Tuesday was wonderful.
Yeah, it was. It was absolutely wonderful. The people were wonderful. Jewel was wonderful. Her team stepped right on in and helped. The food, well, from Mama Razia was wonderful. You know, I couldn't really, matter of fact, I got some of the beans, some of the
lentils.
When I ordered it, I said crushed, or, you know, I said, well, I might can eat. So I haven't been able to eat any of them yet because it was too much and, you know, I couldn't chew it. But I still have some. I'm going to, you know, puree it, and I'm going to be a good meal, even with the muffins.
Oh, those muffins. I need to sorry, what's her husband's name?
Charles.
Yeah, I need that recipe. I need that recipe in my life. Oh my goodness, it was so good. It was so dense, and it was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, when I was ordering it, and I said the soup, and I said we had finished salad, and I said, oh, and muffins, cornbread. You cannot have soup with no cornbred.
You know what? You and Sheena.
Not on my watch.
Not on your watch. Okay, you and Sheena. You and Sheena. She must have some sort of bread or cornbread with the soup.
Yeah.
You know, she will not. Me, I can have it one way or the other, but she will not eat any soup that does not have cornbread with it.
And then guess what?
What?
No polygrip. This is the smile.
Oh, yay.
Snap in, snap out.
Yeah.
All right.
Polygrip.
Oh, exciting.
Queen, Reverend Omani put out there about the yes.
Where?
The quote of today in the chat. Yes. Today I say yes, accept and allow all that's happening to me right now. I'm creating this day as an opportunity to love more and fear less.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it.
Also, you have a great day too. Oh, she's gone, Alita. Yes, I love that too. One thing I liked about, in that same spirit, one thing I liked about Tuesday and the conversation we were having is that it allowed me to be, I mean, yes, I'm in the presence of a millionaire, but that don't mean nothing if you're not getting no information.
Yes.
But I really appreciated that someone could be like, hey, there's a lot of, you can move up easier when you have an example, when you have a role model, when you have someone who's willing to share. And I really appreciated that she kind of spoke on that, but she also was just being that. And that's regardless of if I join with Tava or not. Having someone right there who will, she called it, speaking up on you, uplifting you, or whatever word she used, having someone there like that where you can be like, all right, you know what, I have something to strive to. this is somebody who at least seems like they believe that I can get to that level.
Mm-hmm,
Having those type of people is so important, and someone who has done the work and can prove like, okay, look, I got here, you can get here. I think that was really pivotal for me in my space as well, because I'm in this space of restructuring my thought process because I am not going to figure this out anymore. But I needed to see that. And
it looked like this.
Yeah, and it looked like, yes, it looked.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
she had a tracksuit on, okay, and she pulled up with her furry boots, and she had this conversation in her braids. And she came and ate with us. She was chilling. She was, she was just somebody like, look, I come from here. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how she was raised or her upbringing, which seemed to be nice, but like, she looked like us. She's from the city, and she's coming back to give that information and help people. And I think that is so huge, because I can see myself, as I become more successful doing the same. I mean, I do it now, but just on
a
bigger
different level.
Yeah.
Because mentorship, that's what it's all about. Mentorship. Like she's like a mentor, and you should have a mentor in almost every area of your life. A coach is like a mentor. I look at Reverend Omani as a mentor. You know what I'm saying? And in one area of my life, then I have business mentors. Like you got it, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Can you talk, and can we see you?
Thank you. Crazy beans.
Thank you.
So, you don't have to invent the wheel. Like, you speed up the process when you have a mentor, in all areas of your life. And it could be a person that you read in their book can mentor you in certain things. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person, but a person would be, great idea, because you can reach out and ask questions and different things like that. But yeah, mentorship is very important, and people are waiting on us. I say that all the time. People are waiting on the Elizabeths. People, because God works through people. He made it that way. I'm just convinced after Sunday's reading. I don't have the book right next to me. I took it upstairs so I can read it this morning. But we connected, like we need each other. He just designed it that way. People who are having those tsunamis, and their houses, they losing their house, they losing this, and who helps them? People. You know what I mean? Anything that goes on in your life, it's somebody that's here to help you. Like, it's no getting around it. I used to cringe all the time when my ex-husband's daughter said, I can't stand people. I hate people. I can't stand people. I said, girl, you better change that mindset, because you need people. You can't even have a business without people. A store can't function if it don't have people to buy the groceries. Like, we just need each other. And we just have to uplift each other and love one another. I mean, it's just no getting around it. Being successful is not a solo act.
Reverend, I think I saw your hand up. Your chocolate hand. Turn your...
It was something in Lolly, and something in what Lolly was saying. She was like, I'm doing that a little bit, but I'm not there yet. That's not the truth. You're there. You just need to take ownership that you're there. Because until you can own that you're there, you can't get more.
Okay.
I accept.
Yeah, until you like, because I came to your thing, you're the bomb. You just don't think you're the bomb, but until you start going, I'm the bomb at this, and you start being, that's what happened to me. Until you start to own that I am that. Then you then gotta go, what, you heard that? You want some more? I can give you some more. That's how that works.
Ain't you doing your mirror work, Lolly? Didn't you bring the mirror?
Oh,
Get in that mirror and talk about, I am that. Get in that mirror, girl.
Are all your mirrors in the storage?
Oh, so wait a minute. That's what's really going on. That's so good, Lakeisha. What's really going on, Lolly, is you're not doing your work. Oh, my spirit said, no, because she over there pouting. You know what work to do, Lolly. Do your work. You're not doing the work. You been, yeah, right. You've been here before. You know how to get out. You just pouting. And wait, man. Then when this morning, when I was like, "Are you pouting?" No, I'm not pouting.
With a big smile, with a big.
No, I'm not pouting. I'm not pouting. I'm pouting, pretending like I'm not pouting. You're good though. You're good. Good job today. Good job today, getting yourself back to center. Good job, Lolly.
God done sent them angels down, girl. Use them.
God send me an
He
angel.
told them to come down when you wrote that down, and you need to be using them angels, girl.
Yeah.
Ask the Rev about using angels. She know.
All you gotta do is call down the one you need. I need the angel to energize you and give you life. I need you. Come now. They'd be like, what? Because this not me saying it, but that
me. She called.
Yeah, well, I know. Just because I said it, they like, what? You need me? I was like, okay, it's for her.
Right. It's so true.
Yeah. I also need to do some throat chakra work. I've been talking to a few people about that, and I've been silencing myself a little bit, a lot of it. And that needs to change as well, which is also why I appreciated Tuesday too, because I really it just is opening up a lot of things right now, are opening up for me and exposing what I need to heal from, what I need to work on, and I'm realizing that I kind of what is the word?
Suppress.
Yeah, suppress myself, because as soon as I think that maybe somebody doesn't want to listen, or maybe it's not quite good enough, maybe I just draw all the way back and I don't do nothing. I don't release that, and I need to release that, because what am I doing? Sometimes I just don't know. I'm like,
yeah.
It can literally be my voice. Don't even have to be nothing special. Don't have to be my educational material. Don't have to be nothing. It can literally be my voice, and I still be like, well, maybe.
Because your power is in your throat chakra.
It is.
Yeah. All you gotta do is start singing. And all you gotta do is start singing, and you'll shift anything.
Yeah.
Is that the ego, Rev? Is that her ego?
Be having her by the balls, and she don't even have no balls.
I don't even have none. And
I know. Be having you by the balls, and you don't even have no balls. You know what I'm saying? I know. Listen, girl, you getting the privilege of lots of work that's already been done. You ain't got to go, and at one point they say, Jesus did the last useless journey. Yeah, you don't have to go down that tunnel of suffering. It's a useless journey. It's already been done. It's already been done. Yeah. So really good, though. Thank you for letting me be a contribution to you.
Appreciate you.
So I said except like that because I was with some of the dopest poets and spoken word artists last night. And I said the same thing you said, Lolly. So I first got to acknowledge you for just being so open and honest and vulnerable and just sharing yourself, because I saw so much of the stuff that I was trying to move too. Not saying that you ain't gonna move, but I was trying to move too. And Red was like, you in the Motor City, capital of the world, like establish yourself here in your art and then see where God take you. That was for me, because I hadn't done it at all. But as I walked in that building, I first I wouldn't even go into they say, because I said I was not good enough. For years, I wouldn't go in there. So I went back to that Tuesday thing that me and you was at the other night. And Peace, who just turned 50 and she hosts They Say, her and her husband, the guy that was sitting at the table with you, she announced that it was her 50th birthday. And I did a piece, Almost One, $100 that night. And when I walked out to leave, she's like, "You coming to my party? Like you was like, I want to see you there." And I was like, wow. And the dude who did win was like, where you been at? Because the way you do your art is how they used to do it. And I haven't heard it like that in years. He's like, it's refreshing. And I'm like, God, I have been just sitting on this because I was afraid. And it even showed up again yesterday. It was like, no, I'm not where they at yet. But people was doing their poems off their phones still, and like she got emotional. I mean, it was just, it's no right or wrong way to do it. They was being in their talent, being in their gift, and I was just welcomed. And so when so many things you said today that I've heard myself say or I've heard my ego say, and I agree with it, that I'm just not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? I belong wherever I'm at, because where I am, God is. And so, you know what I'm saying? I'm just excited to see where God is about to take us. Very excited.
Me too. Let's go. 3.
Let's go. Rev, if you talking, we see your arm moving, but you muted.
Oh,
But yes, let's go. She said, whoo.
Hold on, where are my party lights?
I know, right? Yay. I love that. Put them party lights on. Let's get the party started.
Y'all know what keeps showing up for me? This seemed to be interesting. I'm like, okay, maybe it's something I'm supposed to be looking at. Is I think they call mantras, your hand positions. Like they do so many different things. Y'all know anything about that? They had different.
They're called mudras.
Mudras, that's what it was. The different mudras. I don't know why they keep showing up. So maybe because my meditation, I might need to incorporate the different hand gestures and different ways that you hold your hand. And I don't know why that keeps showing up. So I think I'm probably need to look into that a little bit more during my meditation, because they say the effects, affect your mind, your different elements in your body. I didn't know if anybody knew more about that.
Yes.
Is that Buddha practice or Buddha?
More like Hindu? Hindu? Or from that area, India?
Does anyone practice it or use the different hand gestures or anything like that during your meditation? Or
yes, I do it in meditation, and when I'm in seminars and got to sit and be attentive. Use this one. This one right here, where I put these two.
That one. Yes.
That one right there keeps you grounded. I'll do this one. Ground me. This one, ground me. It's different ones.
So that keeps showing up. So I'm going to start practicing it during my meditation.
You can use them other than meditations. You can use them while you're in meetings, especially the crazy meetings.
So yeah. I don't know how my nephews got this light on. I really don't. I don't know.
Oh, listen at you. You can't even get the party lights going.
I can't even get the party lights on. What?
Oh, you need to raise up. You can't even get the party lights going. That's so good. We could actually do a class, Lakeisha, where I can show you guys some mudras so you can take them on.
Cool. Cool.
I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah, they are fun.
Okay.
It's a lot of them. No, it's a lot of them. A lot of different mudras.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna play some music. I'm going to just get us to thinking and being and enjoying. I'm going to pause. For those who are watching the video, I have to pause it. You know what? What I can do is play just a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna have to pause it. But I just want us to kind of just enjoy this for a moment.
Where's Danny?
You know, I have called and text and left for text, but I've just not heard back from her yet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you try just to get it right.
I know you can't hear that, right?
No, we can't hear. I talked to somebody yesterday. They said that they've been seeing her out and about in the community.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna bust her. Be out there and see her. Come up on her and behind. Say, where you been, girl? Oh, let's just enjoy some music. We can talk. And I'm going to. Did I pause the video yet? So we just played One Day in Heaven by Michael Beckwith. I encourage you to go and listen to it and then come back with us.
Can I share something?
Yes, absolutely.
I want to share this because of this song, the song we just heard. In our morning read this morning, there was one of the queens was talking about someone, a friend of hers who they say that she's schizophrenic. That's what they diagnosed her with. This is one of those moments where, you know how you say when something good happens, you say, there is a God.
Mm-hmm.
This woman, she's 37 and she's been this way her whole life. She's always happy.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't see or know anything negative. When something, she sees angels.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, that's what we're all striving to go to get to. Nothing negative gets to us. We're always happy. We see God. We see anything that represents God. And the world says that that is schizophrenia. So I say, well, if that's what the world calls it, then that's where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to get there. And now that I know that I knew it was possible, but now I really know that it's possible to be there, to get that way. Nothing negative, nothing comes to disturb her peace. Nothing comes to disturb her happiness. If it tries to get, it's like Rev said in class that we can train our ego to work for us. Well, this woman, apparently that is what has happened because she don't see nothing that is not God. And I thought about that in listening to that song, and I wanted to share that if anybody is striving for it, it is possible. We will get there. I wanted to share that.
I'd like to ask in these last 10 minutes, give me one moment of heaven that you knew it was heaven, an experience of heaven. I mean, a particular, what I'm speaking of thinking of is when I lived on Bringard, our bedroom was upstairs, like in the attic kind of thing, and you see downstairs. And I got up, I went to the steps, the top of the steps to go down. When I stood there, I had the experience of oneness with everything. That there was, I mean, it was it might have been longer. It felt like it was maybe 2 or 3 minutes that there was no, I was one. I mean, literally, no body, no nothing. I was one with source. I was one, and I couldn't hold it because life, continued on. But that was that one day. Oh, and I had one when I was when I was in an airplane, and I was reading Conversation with God at that time. I was in the airplane, so my, where I was wonderful. And there was storm when you look out the window. There was a big storm over there, and everybody was like afraid of it and stuff. But I was so one with the clouds and so one with the magnificence of God that that was a God moment for me. Anyone else want to share?
I'll share.
Mm-hmm.
This happened last year. I saw this really bright light. And God asked me, so what do you feel? I said, I feel joy. I feel peace. And I feel love. And then he said, this is where I want you to bring the people. Do not say that you are bringing them to me, because religion has given me a bad name. You bring them here to love, joy, and peace. Mm-hmm. And that was a moment for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Anyone else?
This might not be what you are expecting, but this was a God moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that if I don't know nothing else, I know that God loves him some Lakeisha LeGrand. It was a while back, so it's kind of vague, but I remember being on the freeway. It was kind of like during the wintertime. And I remember all this traffic that was coming on the freeway. And my vehicle was doing this on the freeway. All I know, I could just called out his name. And I just knew that I was getting ready to slam right into that median, the wall. I knew I was getting ready, boom, hit it. And I was preparing myself, and I just screamed out the name Jesus. I screamed it out. And I went, and it was this much away from the median. Mm-hmm. You couldn't even open up the door. That it stopped right there. And the man was like, "Are you okay? Oh, you okay?" Because he was spinning. "Are you okay?" I can't believe. He just was unbelief that I was this much away from that medium. And I knew right then there that I have a purpose in this life. And I knew that God was so real, because that's like the third incident. And I feel like he saved me for a reason here, and that was my encounter. Like I knew that love him some man. It's something that I'm supposed to be doing, here on earth, because I couldn't believe. I just knew I was going, and I did. My car was just fine, like just this much away.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my moment.
Thank you.
I don't know but God had to be in the moment, because right there where the shop is, Queen, but it was that light. It was coming. We were coming. Sheena and I was still getting used to driving a stick. And, she and I were in the car, and we were coming back east. And we spun out into the other lane, the oncoming traffic, but there wasn't much traffic, but we spun, and Sheena was terrified, and I was laughing. I laughed because, I had been taught that when the car starts spinning, you just let it do what it's gonna do. You don't fight it. So I just started laughing. So I know God was there because we finally straightened up, got myself together. And my mom, Sheila said, "That's not funny." I said, "Hey, we're okay."
I see. I see. Anyone else want to share? That's heaven.
Okay, I got my trip from Egypt. I had two times when when we went to the temple of Isis. We went early in the morning. We was there like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, so it's pitch black dark. But we went in this little bitty room, and it was 62 of us, and they was trying to figure out how to get us all in the room. So they had us just go around in a circle, touch the people feet behind you, and then we're all in. And when we sat down, it looked like a flower folding down on itself. And okay, so now you're in a room, a 4,000-year-old, maybe even older year-old room that don't really have no door. It's got big cinder blocks for a door. And she says to the guy, is everybody in? And he said, yes. She was like, okay, thank you. Close the door behind you. So now he closes this big old cinder block door, 4,000 years old, and he leaves. I'm like, oh Lord, I hope we can get out of here. But she started telling us about the temple and what it represented. And then we did some chanting in the in the room. And we did the Om chant. Well, my name, Omani, comes from the Om chant. Om, Mani, Padi, Om. So we're in the room and it's going, Om, Mani. I started looking around going, what? And we did it 21 times. It was like God was calling my name personally. Om, Mani. Every time I looked around, it's like, is something about to happen to me? So that was one. And the other one was on my birthday. We went to all the pyramids that represented the chakras. And on my birthday, I was in the crown chakra on my birthday. So that's when I really got like God like anointing me, touching me, and really letting me know that what I'm doing, he really wants me to do it. So that's what I really got from Egypt. Yeah, like my God moment, like for real God moment. And I've had many others, but yeah, those were two that really stood out for me.
Yeah, thanks. Ollie, you were going to say?
Yes. I feel like I should because we went from hell to heaven today.
Come on. Hey.
But mine isn't anything like super big, and like this is like, oh, I remember this one moment. It's more so the simple fact that I have community around me to help me pull out of my dark places. And that right there is heaven.
Yes. That's heaven.
Yeah. That's it.
So Lolly, I want you to remember this experience, that you know that you can go from heaven to hell just like that. It's just only, don't take weeks and weeks in the whole process, and I have to figure it out. You don't have to do all that. You can go, it's like that. You just got to know the process for getting out of it. And this is what I want to tell you too, sometimes you need to be with it. Like I could tell you were really being with it, but I've been seeing you a little bit on Facebook and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm done with that. Okay, I'm done with that for you. That's why I said so. I'm like, okay, I'm done with that for you. And so, and sometimes you have to sit with yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you do have to sit with yourself. But that's the
is it like
allowing and accepting,
Rev, is it like when you know a person, you see them in different things, and it's like, no, you can't do that no more.
Yeah, you
can't do that. You don't get away with that no more. That's not your luxury.
Yeah,
you don't.
And I got space for Lolly, right? Because I know she's learning. She's a youngin'.
Yeah, Brad.
But she young. I mean, she learning. Yeah, yeah. I got space for her and all of that, but just really to give her the tools that as she goes on, she knows she don't have to be there. And if she's there, it's because she wants to be there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're an Elizabeth, Lolly. You can't get away with stuff.
I know.
Wait,
Once you
especially if
know,
we're
once you
around.
know, you know.
And once,
Yeah.
especially if we're around, and then if we're not around, we so silly, we come and tell on ourselves in the circle.
Well, I was fine with it. I was fine with it until she
right.
tried to take me to hell this morning. Tell me experience when you was in hell, huh? Oh, girl,
I'm
no.
here. I want y'all to come join me. Misery loves company.
Wait, let me tell you, you gotta watch these youngins. Gotta watch them. They'll take you and be gone. You be in hell. Like, how did I get here?
Right. So somebody come and turn the TV off the channel you looking at or what you was going to look at, and they come in and turn the TV to something crazy or violent or scary, and then leave. And you're just there. So where's the person that turned this on? Anyway, I just want to acknowledge Lolly and Danielle and Mama Head and all the young people that were there. The Elizabeth and Jamal was there, and his cousin. Is that his cousin? Anyway, his cousin or friend was there, young men that were at the at Jewel's the thing. And but in particular, Mama Head and Danielle and Lolly, and their presence and their beauty inside and out, and everyone who just jumped right in there and did whatever was necessary of all in you. So anyway, I'm just thankful, and I'm looking forward to those young ladies bringing in the next generation. So like my granddaughter, you know, Danielle's reaching out to her, and you know, people who their generation. This is a wonderful atmosphere for them. And if we have to create another different show so that young people feel like they can come in and get some wisdom and share, then wonderful. But I love y'all. It is 10:05, and thanks, Rev, for coming on in. You know when to come in, because one thing I know is that you will hear the Holy Spirit, or he'll like, oh, and then you say, oh, okay, I'll get up. Wait, alarm clocks go off that she doesn't even have in the room. So and I say that for all of us, because we all have our wisdom and the things that we specialize in and the way God speaks to us. I'm just grateful for our obedience to it, and the desire that we all have to evolve and to rise and to elevate. So thank you. Thank you. Let's give all ourselves a big old hug.
Oh, I just want to say tomorrow, Lottie Spady is having her fire cider workshop. I'll put it in the chat. It's a sliding scale from sliding scale from $5 to $20, and you have to register. So I'll put it in the chat. I forgot to say that, but yeah. And
okay.
Okay, here. And hug the world. Come on, Lakeisha. Come on, get with me. And sprinkle all the goodness and all the knowledge and all the wonderful things of life, because every day is one day in heaven.
Yes.
Make it
Okay,
so.
see y'all. Have a great weekend.
Love you.
Somewhere?
Love y'all.
Love